as a super extremely sensitive being, empath, whatever you want to call it, but how I view it is as we heal and clear the densities from our body, and we remember and we turn on the ancient technology within us, the truth of who we are, and we remember our oneness, and we start to experience and feel our oneness with all. When we are in fields where other beings, other people are still in cycles of self-abusing through what they're eating, what they're consuming with TV, whatever, their habits, how they speak to themselves, how they think about themselves and others, just everything about their lives. But when we are in these beings' fields, how we are allowing ourselves to be abused through the other, because there is no separation. So when we choose to be in people's fields that are still self-abusing, this can show up in many different forms. It could be numbing, it could be, not feeling their emotions, whatever they are doing to themselves. When you are in that field with them, your energy fields are now combining, merging, and becoming one. So be mindful of what and who you are choosing to merge with and become one with, because whatever they are choosing, you're also choosing through choosing them. So if they are self-abusing in any sort of way, and then you are choosing to be in their field, and you, whatever, however that may show up, you are allowing yourself to be abused through them, through their own bodies. Don't let the illusion of our separation, you're in your own body and they're in their own body, but don't let that fool you in thinking that you are not merged, because you are. And as super sensitives, some of you may be, and the more clear I get, and the more clear I get, the more I, cleanse and clear my body, my vessel, my energy field, the more I feel others as myself. I can feel everything not processed underneath the layers, everything not being spoken, every thought, because the thought form is just energy. So you can pretty much read the thoughts of others at this point, because it's all energy. The moment they have a thought, it's an energy released into the energy field, and you can feel it. And we're getting to this level of transparency where there will be nothing to hide. All will be seen in the light of awareness, in the light of God, because we are one. There is no separation. You talk about someone, they will know it. We are already getting to that point. I can feel when people are thinking about me. I can feel when people are talking about me. And this is going to continue to get clearer and clearer. And this is available to everyone. I don't feel that this is only, I don't believe that this makes us special. I believe that everyone has access to this. We simply have to choose. And then obviously we have to put in the work to clear our body, to bring our light body back online. And a lot of that process is through cleaning the physical vessel, letting go of the stories, the identities, the attachments, and then cleaning the actual physical body with what we're eating, like to clear the densities from our body, to detox our body, to remove the parasites. There's so much involved in cleaning the body, and it's physically and energetically and mentally as well, because all of our thoughts create our reality as well. So but yeah, just going back to who you're surrounding yourself with is so important. And you know, there's never a mistake. I've been placed in fields that have been quite intense, and it's been my teacher, because I get to experience the abuse that is happening to me through the other, or what can be perceived as the other. And I'm getting to be more clear in my energetic boundaries and also in my sovereignty, and get more clear in what I am willing to be around, what I'm willing to put up with. And it's not even put up with, it's like, oh, I actually don't want to put myself through that type of abuse anymore. I don't want to invest my life force energy in beings that are choosing to abuse themselves, because if I am investing in a being that is choosing to abuse themselves with their life force energy, that is the reality they are creating. And by me investing in them, my life force energy, I am also investing in their suffering. And I'm also investing in creating with them, co-creating a reality of abuse, of suffering, whatever you want to call it. So, and it's not so personal. It's all you. They're all you, every being. It's all one. So it's not so personal to set aside the personal histories, the personal stories, and choose yourself. Choose yourself. That is the most loving thing. My hands are getting freaking cold. That is the most loving thing you can do. The guidance I've been receiving over the last years, but especially strongly over the last year, is to love my body, love myself as the divine mother, as God. To love God through your own being. To love others through your own being, through your own body. It is all a reflection. If you are not loving you, you are not loving others. Not truly. It's all a reflection. If you are not loving others, you are not loving yourself. If you are not loving others, you are not loving God. If you are not loving yourself, you are not loving God, because there is no separation. It's all you. However, this is a shadow in most of the spiritual communities. The love and light shadow, where in the name of love and light, we do not hold people accountable, and there is a pattern or an energy of letting things slide or letting people abuse us in the name of love. That's not love. That is not love. If you know anything about Jesus and you've followed his path through the Bibles and the other ways that you can follow Jesus or directly communicating with him, you know that Jesus called shit out. There was people that Jesus even refused to speak with. There's a passage in the Bible that has come to my mind many times over the last years as I have fallen into the love and light shadow of loving unconditionally, even if it meant compromising my own health, compromising my own sanity, compromising my body, compromising, literally, self-sacrificing in the name of love, which is not love. It's abuse. And the passage that has come to me many times over the last couple of years is, I don't have the exact words, but it's basically saying to not throw pearls to swine. Meaning, because what are swine, pigs gonna do with pearls? You know? Nothing. They don't see its value. So do not pour your value, which is yourself, your energy, into people, places, things that do not see your value? Where are you pouring your energy? Are you dumping it on the ground? Or are you investing it in places that are going to bring you more life? And the best place you can invest your energy is yourself, because through pouring into your own cup, through loving your own body as the divine, love your body as God, love yourself as God, you will begin to see that reflected in all of life around you, and you will begin to love everyone as a reflection of you, because so within, so without. When you can completely love yourself, you can learn to completely love others. When you are not able to love yourself, and you are still judging yourself, and you are still in compromising yourself, and all whatever it may be within yourself, that is going to be reflected in your relationships and connections in your life. Another aspect of this is, that I would just like to mention, is to find full sovereignty within yourself. Choosing to, we've been conditioned and programmed to look outside of ourselves for fulfillment. We notice we are wanting love, to feel loved, so we look for it in another person, or in something externally to make us feel that energy that we feel we are lacking. We want to feel safe, so we look for safety within another person, within a job, within whatever it is that will give us that sense of safety and security, which is a false sense of safety and security, because it is not real safety. Shoot. I thought I dropped my mitt. I didn't. It is not real safety if it can be taken away. It meaning, if you build your safety in another person, if you're looking for safety and you do not feel safe within your own being, and you find a being in your life, a person in your life that makes you feel safe, so you put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak, and you're like, yes, I have safety now, and your safety is built in this other person, and that energy of where you draw safety is from another person, you will never truly have full safety. Because if that person walks out of your life, or they go through some big life changes or whatever, and they're going through it, and they're not stable, and they're not feeling safe in their own body, because you built your safety on another being's reality, anything that shakes in them will shake in you as well, because you have put that is your foundation of safety. It's in another person. Just a quick pause. This is one of my favorite pine trees. I've had some super beautiful moments with her, and over the years, and especially months, she's helped me clear so much energy from my body. And I've also drank tea from her beautiful pine needles. If you don't know much about pine needles, pine trees, they literally give us the antidote to winter. They give us, I forget the name of it, but there's something in pine needles that help produce dopamine, so it helps combat depression, and it's incredibly high in vitamin C and antioxidants, and also it helps you process any old emotions that you haven't processed yet. But most of all, just energetically, what I feel is like grounding and light. There's so much light in pine trees, and they're such powerful beings. So when you are drinking their tea, you're connecting with that being, and that being's essence is inside of you, and it just brings with it so much lightness and groundedness. So yeah, I've worked with the pine tree lots over the years. Anyways, that's a whole nother thing. But basically, to wrap this all up and bring this back to the point of my share, is to be loving to yourself in a whole new way. This is what we are being called up into. And this is what I've been being called up into, and I am you. So, we're all on this journey together. We may all be taking different pathways there, and we might be at different points in our journey, but we're all walking our own journey home to oneness, to truth, to the divine. And yeah, I've been noticing when, depending who I spend my time with and who I invest in, and the importance of what I invest my time, energy, money, thoughts, whatever, it's all energy, what I'm investing in, to be really mindful of what the return is. Does it drain me? Does it exhaust me? Does it dysregulate my nervous system? Does it make me feel pain in my body? Your body knows. Your body always knows. And this wisdom, everything that we learn, it comes from life experience. I'm learning through life experience, and I just keep getting clearer and clearer and more sovereign in my body, and more discerning and more bold and clear in my boundaries with people and with God, with Source, being like, no, I'm no longer willing to sacrifice the well-being of my body to take care of another, or to be there for another if it feels like it's killing me, because I am them, and the most loving thing I can do for them is love me, because when I pour love into this vessel, I am pouring love into them, because there is no separation. If you are hindering anyone, you are hindering the whole. You're hindering yourself. It's like if you hit a hammer, hit your finger with a hammer, and it doesn't matter what finger you hit, it's all gonna fucking hurt. It's all gonna hurt you. If it is all one. So bring back your energy to yourself, because you are the best investment you will ever make, and pour into yourself. Love yourself. Dissolve into yourself. Cultivate what you tend to search for outside of yourself within you first. When you cultivate whatever you're looking for me, a lot of it over the years has been safety, because I did not feel safe in my body from whatever, my past stories, traumas, blah, blah, blah. And it's been a journey to build real safety, because when I left my job and I started this healing journey of following my heart and following spirit wherever I was guided, I no longer had that false sense of safety that my job gave me. When I left my relationship, I no longer had the false sense of safety that my relationship gave me, and I felt very unsafe in the world. And it's been a journey to learn how to feel safe in my body. And when that's removed, when those false senses of safety, security, love, whatever it is, are removed from your life divinely, always divinely, it gives us the opportunity to truly see the wounds, to truly face what has always been there that we were just blind to because there was a band-aid on top, So whatever you are looking for outside of yourself, to keep coming back to your center and ask yourself, okay, what am I looking for in this person? Why am I reaching outside of myself right now? What is the energy, the feeling that it is going to give me that I am clearly yearning for? And is there a way that I can cultivate this within myself? For example, safety, let's use. Are you reaching for a person, a job, whatever it may be, out of a desire for safety? And if so, okay, how can you cultivate that within yourself first? How can you create safety for yourself? this, you know, I've been learning this and working with this for some time now. And this shows up in many ways. It can be a totally other video on how to cultivate safety within yourself, but it starts with setting boundaries. It can be speaking your truth. It can be listening to your body, you know, taking care of your body. Like if you think of a child, what would make them feel safe? If you didn't listen to them, if you hit them, if you abused them, if you know, didn't take care of them, if you know, what would make a child feel safe? And then you start doing that for yourself. But yeah, basically, love yourself as God. Bring your energy back, your focus back to you, to the one, to the one. You are the one. You are all of creation in human form. You are the center of your own universe. And I know that could trigger some people and make some people think, oh man, that's so egotistical, blah, blah, blah. Because we've been conditioned to believe that we've been conditioned that way. But you are all of it. It's not possible to, it's just not possible when it comes from this energy. It's not selfish, because how can loving yourself be selfish when there's only one of you, and loving yourself is loving creation. Loving yourself is loving all beings. You are one and the same. Wow. So beautiful. But yeah, I think that is all I have to say for today. Love yourself, love the divine through your own body. Follow your bliss. What makes you feel good? Do it. Follow your bliss. And I'm not talking about fucking superficial shit. I'm talking about real bliss. You know, what makes you feel good? Like for me personally, part of loving myself is going into nature. There's nothing that makes me feel as amazing as being in nature. It's how I connect to myself and remember that I am one with all. It's how I soothe myself. It's how I rejuvenate myself. It's my everything. So what is that for you? And how can you pour into yourself through these different avenues of ways that we can fill our own cup? Because we're no use to humanity if we're abusing ourselves and allowing ourselves to be used and abused, and we're an empty cup. An empty cup can't pour into someone else's cup. An overflowing cup fills all the cups all around it. We must find a way to tap into that energy of abundantly and endlessly overflowing, and that begins with choosing yourself and loving yourself over and over and over again. And shit, it's a journey. It's an uncomfortable one of speaking boundaries and releasing people out of your life and looking at all the ways that you self-sacrifice and self-abandon, and looking at all your addictions. And it's not comfortable work, but it's worth it. And if you want to live a fulfilling life, and if you want to actually remember who you are and why you're here, it is necessary. It is necessary. What else are you gonna do with your life? You know, what quality of life do you have? You have one life. Like, okay, well, you don't have just one life, but you have one life being the character that you are. So each day, wake up with that knowing that, okay, each day is a new life. What am I going to do with this life? You're so blessed just to be alive. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Anywho, I think that is everything for today. Sending you so much love, and yeah, so much love and peace on your journey home. Ciao.